For Life would like to thank all of our sponsors. Mountain View Guide Service, J3 Outdoors, Lennon's Lures, Wolf Creek Products, and PCS Outdoors.
The Hague Spring Clip by J3 Outdoors. Simple, fast, efficient.
Here we are. This is the second half of my line. Normally I'll do part of my line in the morning, and then when I get home from work. So I finished up framing the house early, so I'm out here checking the line. I'm going to snap them off because I'm headed down to South Carolina with Mark Schaefer with Riddick and go on his line. So I'm snapping mine off. River's right here. You got a crop change here. You had soybeans here, and then I don't know what he had in there. He must have had, maybe he had soybeans there too. A lot of times, year after year, this will be corn, stuff like that. So it says crop change. We got this grass strip right here that he used to drive on, so it's a little taller and solid. And I put a trap right here. This is the first double on this farm, and I think this is the 5th or 6th fox I got out of here. So I'm gonna be pulling out probably for the year. Mating season's coming, so I'll probably just lay off the fox now. You can see some of the guard hairs and stuff like that, and they got some rubs and stuff like that. So the fur usually goes downhill after January sometime. So we're gonna take care of these. We don't have to bother snapping them off. They're already snapped off. So we got, like I said, this is a perfect, ideal spot. Big farm lane. This is the tractor path here. You got a long running barrier. That's the river. You got a hedgerow there. You got all places for them to start micing and stuff like that. I made these sets. I got a couple fox out of either one. This is, like I said, the first double. I made these into a hay set, which is ideal. I mean, it's just a magnet. They can't. There's my sheep hair right there. We're gonna dispatch these and get going.
Get you, Brian.
Is that the color you have here?
Yeah, a lot of black ones. I probably caught 8 black ones. What are you talking about?
Well, hello. I'm Brian Flowers. Welcome to Fur Life. This week, like I said, we're going to be down in South Carolina, which is we're here with my good friend Mark Schaefer from Critter Inc. We're on his trap line. We're going to let him do the talking, being it's his trap line, and right there is part of the reason why we're down here.
Yep, we're on this tract of land here, and it's about 2,500 acres. They mine it for the sand and the dirt, and there's a big master plan for it, but the property owner wants the coyotes out of here. He actually is a big deer hunter, and they're trying to improve the deer herd here. So we've been here for about 3 years now. I'm very pleased he invites me back all the time, and we're trying to help him out, and he's helping us out by letting us trap here. So, and he has seen a difference in the deer population here too. So that's part of the reason right there. So we're gonna we trap for the live market here. So we're gonna put a noose pole on him and put him in the box, and down the road we go.
Something a little different here that we're doing. So we're going to check out what he does with the live market. Puts a couple extra dollars in your pocket too. Because the dog trainers and stuff like that, they give you a pretty decent penny for them.
Yeah, right now the live market is about $75 for a coyote, as long as he doesn't have any foot damage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. As long as it doesn't
You
have
gotta
no
check.
cuts or...
And you know, if it was up north, you got to dispatch them and skin them, flesh them, and dry them, and what are you getting? 10, 12, 15 bucks for them. So it's a win-win. So we're gonna get him out of that trap and put him in the box.
Mark, that was a dirt hole?
That was a dirt
primarily
hole,
what
yes. Yeah. And that's where, well, the surveyor was parked right there, and I got another set there. A lot of times after you put that noose on them,
They cower right down.
yeah, there's nothing to them. He does have a little foot damage. It's actually not my trap of choice, but walk him over to the box.
Yeah, let's show here.
We just stuff them in the box.
Make sure he doesn't come out after you. I see one of them on YouTube one time. The guy was putting a cat in one of the cages, and it come back out and went right up his shoulder and up and over.
With cats, you got to be careful. There's
Oh.
guys who trap them and they leave their truck door open and they release them. Cat goes right in the truck. Then you got a problem.
Yeah, you do.
But for the most part, once you get them in the box, I've actually had 4 coyotes in this little box. They just sit in the back there and just, you know, they just mind their own business.
Now we're here in South Carolina. Do you have? I mean, is there any really difference from the sets like when you were in New York, or I'm in Pennsylvania, or up in Maine?
The landscape down here is different. I mean, everything is flat. We're only, well, we're actually in Myrtle Beach, but Myrtle Beach, the beach part, is only about 7 miles down the road. It's very flat down here. It's very sandy. We do get frost down here. It does get cold. I think right now it's probably about 34 degrees. I think it was 26 this morning. So we have to antifreeze our traps too. It's location, location, location.
Yeah. That's now. Will another coyote go in that circle? Will you be able to set that again, or do you have to, like up north? Like, do we have to set off to the side? I mean, it's not that you won't catch one, but I get a lot of refusals up north anyway.
Yes, I mean, if I reset that right in the in that catch circle, can you catch them? Yeah, but the odds are better if you're going to make a set right on the outside.
Yep.
As you can see, I usually use a Bridger fully laminated 4-coiled. This is 4-coiled, doesn't have the lamination, but I did have a little foot damage. So that was probably part of my error. I probably should have just put a modified trap there with the laminations. And one thing, talking about the north and the south, it's very sandy down here. Up north, you know, the snow tells the whole story. You watch the track, see what they're doing. Here in the sand, it's almost identical. You can see, I don't know if I actually can see where he came in, but the sand holds the tracks and you can see it, but it gets very windy down here too, so you can see tracks for 2-3 days. Yeah.
That's where he came in at.
He approached right here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
And I mean, if we can see this the haul road where they're hauling out, and they haven't been here this year. So that coyote, he was probably coming down this way. I have another set right over here, we'll see. But yesterday and the day before when I got here, there were surveyors here. So, I mean, they parked the truck right here. They were here for 2 days, so, I mean, this coyote did come through, so, that's that. So we're gonna move on to the next sets and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, we're here at a set. We had a possum in this set yesterday. This was a dirt haul, and I turned it into just a little walk-through set, which is, I mean, they're deadly sets too. That smells all like possum, the coyotes. And there's a lot of coyotes in this immediate area here. Not too many red or gray fox, but they'll have a tendency to walk right down through the middle there. What I did was I put a little bit of lure on the side there, and then on the opposite side a little bit of lure there, just a dab of lure, and they'll have a tendency to walk right through the middle there. I'm sure there's still some bait there and smell from the original set, so it's curiosity. They want to go through there. They smell that. Yesterday was a possum. They smell it. They know something happened here.
Yeah. That's why I try to strive, tell everybody that everything about coyotes is all about curiosity.
Yeah.
I mean, everything.
Yeah. This is actually the same property we're still on from earlier, and they cleared this out for deer hunting. You can see there's a tree stand in the back there, and back off to the right here there's a new road cut in here. So we went into this area blind, but if you can see right here, I put a set in. I just cut a set into the bank to see what's coming down this little road here. Probably goes for about another half mile, and then everything, you got a irrigation ditch on the right hand side here, so they'll have a tendency to travel this way, but we haven't seen a track here in I think 3 days now, so it's a waiting game. Just be patient. Sooner or later they'll come by. Ready, Tony?
Yeah.
This is where we just had that catch on that coyote. I'm going to put another set in right here. Going to be like a flat set. I'm just going to bury the trap there. Sometimes the coyotes will refuse to go in there, but we're going to catch them right on the outskirts of the catch circle. Very hard dirt here. It's compacted, so they mine the dirt and then they fill it in. We'll cut out a trap bed just about as big as the trap. Got an MB 550 2-collar. That's all we're gonna need. night latch, ready to go. We use these duckbill earth anchors. They seem to do very well for us, so we'll pound this in the ground.
It is a little harder than what I would think for being sand.
It's compact dirt. I probably could have used a 12-inch anchor here, but we got a 15. Hardest part of the job right now. Out a little bit. Good place for our chain to be. Bed with the trap. So there's absolutely no wobble in it. That's one of the most important things. Still got a little wobble. Pack some underneath the levers. No wobble. Sift some dirt.
No pan cover.
I do not use pan covers.
I don't either.
If you do some pre-season work on your traps, you won't need pan covers. This trap was here yesterday and the day before. I think we got over 1.5 inches of rain, and as you can see, that trap, we just got that coyote in. There'll never be enough material that goes underneath that pan to prevent it from firing. So if you want to use pan covers, go ahead, but
And yeah, a lot of the stuff is preference.
yeah. I just go side to side, expose my pan, pack it down nice and firm. Put another little cover in. And what I'll do is I'll just sweep it in a little bit. I won't use any of that dirt. All right. That dirt all smells like that coyote.
Yep.
So stay with the, if you want to call it fresh dirt, the dirt that doesn't have that smell.
And not only that, you're aging it.
Yeah, you're blending it in with the surroundings a little bit.
Because I've heard people, some people say that you can't catch coyotes the next day, and you can.
Well, I mean, we can go, it's only about 500 yards up, right in the middle, at Hall Road there. We had a double on coyotes 2 days ago. That was a first night catch. Mm-hmm. So there's rules of thumb, but it doesn't always work either. Right here, I'll just put a little hole. Not much of anything. Now what I'm gonna do is take all my equipment and I'll put it away. Anytime I touch my traps, my hammer, my sifter, I'll use gloves. But now I'll put that away. I'll be back in a minute with some bait and lure, just some lure. I'll put a little dab of lure in that hole, finish that, and move on. All right, now we're gonna finish this set. We're gonna add a little lure to that hole. I like using this product we make. It's called Nitro. It's really been proving itself for the last few years. So we're gonna take just a little bit on a stick. Right in that hole, and we're done. That's a completed set. If you want to brush out your tracks, do all that, I really don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Yeah, is it cut?
Yeah.
It's a little cut. Yeah.
Is he gonna take him or no?
I think he's stand up.
Oh yeah. So he was,
He's pretty good. Yeah, we can put him in the box.
all right. There you go.
Come on.
What?
I think you're real close to my hand.
Oh, I was watching my hand.
All Mark knew was his hand wasn't there.
Yeah.
Watch it. Hold on, I gotta get back in.
Hold on. You're rolling.
There you go.
That's it.
That takes care of that. So you got 3 for the market.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, he's standing up on him.
oh yeah. He was standing yesterday anyway. We got him so.
I think we did say if they have, you know, any damage on their foot, they won't take them.
Yeah.
So,
But
well,
they do. I mean, if they got just like a little cut, they do. They give them the shots
Yeah.
and all that. They'll doctor them up, and they got
Yeah.
holding pins for them. I mean, it's like a real organized thing they got going on here.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
And then you were saying too, that it's like they sort of like blacklist you
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah,
notorious
they,
for sending them coyotes with foot damage.
If you're kind of known
You
for having foot damage coyotes,
Yeah.
they won't buy from you anymore.
Yeah, they'll just shut you right down.
Yeah. And you're a trapper with no outlet, no way to make money.
Yeah. Then you're gonna be doing a lot of skinning. You turn a $75 coyote into
into a $15
real quick, right? You know.
Yeah.
But
And then if you don't skin and flesh them right, you might not have nothing at the end
Even
of
if
the day.
he's worth skinning, and shoot, I've caught him this year. Hardly none of them was worth skinning. And luckily, I could sell them.
you're basically helping the deer and turkey population.
Absolutely, and the deer, you know, like that property we're on there, that's his main objective, to increase his deer herd, and everybody wants bigger and better bucks. So, you know, they do take down some fawns and turkeys, and you know, they eat themselves out of house and home. You know?
Oh,
But-
you just, I mean the pets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cats and dogs, they come right into the yards, you know, anywhere.
they do, absolutely. And you know, we'd probably get another 6 more in there if we had them.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah.
A lot of times they'll just hunker down in the back corner there and just sit there, and you don't even know they're there. So, but you know, if you do have them in a holding pen, you got to feed them, and you got to give them water. And a lot of guys will say beaver meat, feed them beaver, and
Got
know.
ham off of beaver. I just cut the whole ham off, foot and all.
yeah,
Foot, leg, and bone and all.
Yeah.
All in there.
you know, we try to treat them with respect too. So, you know, it's part of what we do.
It's an animal.
Yeah.
It's an animal. Well, good. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Brian.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
Adam,
Sorry.
nice seeing you again.
All right,
No problem.
Thanks for letting us pal around on your trap line. I know we slowed you down, but
all right.
we just wanted to show everybody, you know, what down south, you know, it's a little bit different. Same species, but just a little bit different. And
Yeah,
boy, you're getting some nice money for
yeah.
low price furs
Yeah.
in these lean years.
It's one advantage, you know, the South has there. You know, it's a good thing all the way around. I wish it was a little warmer. It does get cold down in the South.
Shoot, last week we had snow.
Yeah.
10 degrees.
But now you got what's going to be high of 40 today. You know, back home it's negative 13. You know,
Yeah.
so
Well, that's
Still-
why I'm down
still
here,
nice.
because I don't like that cold stuff. So, but yeah, there's years you can actually go out and trap in the middle of winter in shorts. So, you know,
boy,
people can-
some of them sets you said you did in a t-shirt the other day.
yeah, yeah. It was 75 degrees down here, so it changes pretty quickly too. So, you make the best of it, you know.
Well, thanks again. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my pleasure.